check the sound because I was muted. Testing, 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 testing. Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My cream is still showing. Welcome back to my channel. I am Naomi Wynters, singer, songwriter, drag entertainer, licensed cosmetologist, ordained spiritualist, and I come to you with love, light, and healing energy, transmuting any and all negativity, blinding any and all evil eye, taking that transmuted energy and using it to fuel our prosperity. Fertilize our abundance and fortify our safe space where if you fuck around, the spirit team will expeditiously help you find the fuck out. And again, I do come to you with love, light, and healing energy. Remember, NaomiWynters.com. That's Winters with a Y, just like the username right there or there. .com is the only place you can book a personal reading, where you'll be connected to all my music, anything else that's pertaining to me or my businesses or brands. Shop Friend of Dorothy. Use the code Naomi Winters 10 and it'll give you a discount on your entire order. Naomi Winters 30 Days of Gratitude Journal is available. Again, this is available exclusively on Amazon. These are linked. All linked on my website. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for streaming my music. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for hitting like, subscribe, and I see as people get triggered, they scamper off. So thank you for clearing space for those that want to show up and be part of the collective genuinely. So first, there's the song that we want to play because it's been stuck in my head, and I guess it has something to do with everything going on. But remember, if the message resonates with you, please like, please follow, and again, always thank you for hitting subscribe or hitting a follow request. But before we get into the song, today's energy card pull is the bouquet card. It's represented by number 9 in numerology, and that means you're reaching the end of a cycle. Love to you, can't say, just came to dust. Oh, to say hey and thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, Treble Clef. Keywords today are a gift, joy, beauty, happiness, blossoming, appreciation. Appreciate it. Much appreciation. Thank you. Invitation and attention. Astrology ruling this card is Virgo. Timing is 29 days and or spring. That's all this. Little blue pill for me. Okay, our song. Can you guys hear that? I switch lanes and mid-thought, watch you freeze, then get caught. You like balance, I like tilt. That's how pressure turns to silk. Every step you think you plan, doubts me. Shift and stay alert. I change the rules. It still works. You beat things better than you say, and that's why you stood anyway. Shift and stay alert. I change the rules. It still works. Left, right, free. Left, right, free. I I did face it and I close it. Say less. I already wrote it. You don't trip, you don't fall. You just realize I moved it off. Every step you think you planned, that was me. Shifting, saying, stay alert. I changed the rules. It still works. You keep pace better than you say. That's why you stay anyway. Shifting, saying, stay alert. I changed the rules. It still works. Okay. So that song, you may have to listen to it again, but it's very much a like, we could say it's kind of my version of Lose My Breath. I'm listening to it again. A lot of times I just write. But this is a song about finding balance in an unstable situation or something that's not um, necessarily designed for you to win in. This is about winning with what you have. It's a song about. Um, you get a lot of interpretations from it about copycats looking at you and thinking, "Oh, we got the blueprint, so we know it wrong. And now I switch lanes on you." And then it's like really about the switch up game here. It's really about being sure of who you are, understanding being multifaceted, understanding being multi talented, understanding that you are more than one dimensional. I switch lanes mid thought. So it's like you're saying something and you see that someone's calculating, oh, okay, so you do this, this, and this, and you just switch it up on them. It's pretty much that. So whether it's fashion, whether it's music, whether it's showing up, it's you're in control of you. And then the left, right, freeze. What does that remind you of? Freeze tag, right? Or go, stop, freeze tag, right? It's giving Simon Says very much that. So it's like I see this, I'm doing this, and then you look back, and they're doing it too. And then you catch them with the freeze, right? Then notice how at the end, how it's left, right, freeze, left, right, freeze, and then at the end it's right, left, freeze. Literally switching it up in the song too. So keep that in mind. That is that song and never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man's scheme. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick of time without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I mistaken for your heart was breaking. I've been wrong. I've been down to the bottom of every bottle. Some words in my head, so we having fun. Okay, so those two songs have been like here since yesterday. Um, which is crazy. So it's like I know Nickelback gets a lot of flack, a lot of hate, but like this song's kind of everything. So um how you remind me, uh I know I was like talking about in the beginning. Let's go back and read. So I interpret correctly. I couldn't cut. So he said, never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick of sight with a sense of feeling. So it's like being able to see things, um, lack of feeling, lack of emotion, um, tired of living like a blind man, tired of acting though as he doesn't see things, which then we go into the site where he's seeing everything. And then he said he couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. So he couldn't live life as a poor man stealing, whether it's creativity, whether it's food, whether it's whatever, but he just couldn't cut it. And then it's like, and this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. And then he goes on to say, it's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. So it's like whoever it is came in and it's like kind of apologized for their being because he was waiting on a different story. He was waiting on an excuse, waiting on reasons to different. And then he goes on to say, and this time I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. So he gave a wholesome heart or healed heart to someone and it allowed them to break it. He said, and I've been wrong. I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? So he has 5 words. Whatever he's going through is like he's trying to find the thrill of life, the joy here. But are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Whatever you're doing. So it's like forcing yourself through something. Are you having fun while you're doing what you're doing? Yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, yeah, no, no. And then again, it goes on. It's not like you didn't know that I said I love you, and I swear I still do. So it's like you fell in love with someone unexpectedly, unknowingly, and it's like soul crushing here. And I guess the I love you must have been so bad, or the pain from the previous relationship was so bad. Um, and then it says, because living with me must have damn near killed you. So it must have killed him too, for my interpretation of living with someone that's loving on you or that's coping in a way that's different or just someone that's numb and cut up. And it's like, this is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like, I mean, you can go and you can interpret this differently. You can get a different understanding of this, but that's not for me to decide what you hear, how you relate to the music, how you relate to the message. So that is like two things we're going to start again or start with today. Those two songs, they've been heavy on my mind. And bouquet is our energy card. Again, the bouquet card, keywords for that are gift, joy, beauty, happiness, blossoming, appreciation, invitation, attention. Astrology ruling this is Virgo. Timing is 29 days and or spring. All right, so Spirit, what do we need to know in the energy card? 3 of coins. This is the energy of building foundation here. So we've talked about building a foundation, pouring into the foundation. So building foundation. So it could be a fresh start, a restart, recuperating, taking the opportunity to reset, build again, stepping into the unknown, uncharted, and building yourself up, not being afraid to start over again, no matter how many times it takes you to do so. It sucks, but starting with knowledge of what didn't work before and starting with a clean slate and ideas um, was actually a great opportunity, right? On the bottom is the devil, so it's like you're building a foundation, maybe without toxic energy, maybe without destructive indulgence, or you're keeping destructive indulgence in. You could privately and quietly be building a foundation. Um, Knowing what toxic traits to look out from people. 5 of Cups, this could be a haunting loss because it's like things you're used to that you're leaving behind. Ooh, but with the 6 of Swords behind these two, it's a needed change. It's a needed opportunity. Starting over again, yes. Like it's like leaving your hometown and starting fresh, not forgetting who you are, but starting fresh. Okay, let's look for new friends. Let's look for new places to work. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be some toxicity everywhere, but it's you now are aware a little bit more aware of discernment, what to look for um, when it comes to these things, or where to remove yourself, how to say no thanks, this isn't for me. So, and because of this, with the world caught behind the needed change, you step into an energy of a triumphant completion here. It's like you're able to stop things before they develop or blossom into something too much that you can't handle. Hope you guys can hear me okay. What else do we need to know today? Wheel of Fortune. So building a foundation that's taking you into the Wheel of Fortune here, sticking to what you're doing. This is like someone said, you have a lot of friends. Um, I'm not gonna say that I have a lot of friends. I may have a lot of acquaintances, but I feel like if you have friends, you have people that are still there for you and show up for you regardless of. Um, what's going on in either one's lives that are not afraid to reach out and check in to you. So again, I feel like there are a lot of acquaintances. I don't feel like friends compete with you or tear you down. I feel like personally, friends are supportive. Um, and allow you to grow. Let's say Christine says, I've been in a safe haven and now I'm in a new county. That's good. You found a safe place, a place to give you opportunity to start fresh, provide tools, at least provide the necessities for you. And now you're in a new county, which will give you an opportunity to venture out into the new now. And you may be around some familiar stuff or have familiar things that you can look out for, but it gives you a new opportunity without being stressed, correct? So we have the Wheel of Fortune that came out, which is a lucky twist of fate. The lucky twist of fate usually means like you're going to step into something that you were not expecting. Yeah, see, it's helping you get your own. It's helping you build that foundation and set yourself up for success. Let's see. Five of Cups coming out. So, I mean, restarting, starting over, stepping into a new place. It does leave that feeling, that haunting loss, because you feel like I left so much behind. And it is painful to let go of things that you know and that you're familiar with. But if it's not helping you grow or it's not pushing you forward, then it's just holding you down, right? So, also flipping over in the deck is the King of Cups, which is the peaceful diplomacy. So, you're being offered something, um, peacefully offered something. Nobody else in your ear whispering to do this, nobody else trying to manipulate you, but you're peacefully being offered something. And this is because you withstand the adversity. You chose to come over or overcome your fears, to get out of your own way per se. You chose to let yourself take that chance. You took that chance on you. So nine of wands again, withstanding adversity. And because if so, there's a page of cups here. You could have new excitement because you know there's new opportunity. There's a new chance for you to blossom. There's a new chance for you to get your shit together, get your act together. There's a new chance for you to grow. There's a new chance or a new opportunity for you to, okay, I got it this time. You can get knocked down 99 times, but as long as you get up that 100th time, you can get knocked down 10 times, but as long as you get up that 11th time, you can try and fail 20 times, but as long as you keep going for 21, it's like your dreams. Your dreams don't expire or age. Your your goals don't expire or age. You may do so. You may get tired or feel weary in doing so, but you continue to show up. You're like, this is what I want. I want better for me. I want this. I want that. And it's not just I want and manifesting. We talked about that. It's showing up and doing the work, doing the hard work. You know, um, and this administration doesn't make it a lot easier, but the only thing you can control is you and how you handle it or deal with things. So showing up and putting your best foot forward and doing the best with what you got, not giving up, feeling your beat, boo. Um, indulging in self-care, knowing when to withdraw yourself. These are things that help you withstand adversity. These are things that help you spark new excitement, meeting new people, understanding where you've gone, where you've been through. Knight of Wands energy coming out with a peaceful diplomacy, taking that fearless action, allowing yourself new opportunities or new chances. Six of Wands in the cut there, embracing glorious wins. Like I told you, celebrating the small wins, the small victories, embracing and celebrating the big ones. Ten of coins. That's how you get to that lasting security. Your pace, your baby steps. You can't just, it's like you don't just jump in the pool. Well, sometimes you just get thrown in the pool with no floaty or a life jacket, depending on how old you are and where you're from. But a lot of times it's sink or swim. Sometimes you get the little flotation devices. Other times you get the baby steps, the nesting. A lot of the jobs that I've had or opportunities I've had, it's like, okay, here's a little bit of training, go make do, figure it out as you go. Luckily, I've been able to um, learn on the fly and catch on quickly and do what I need to do and navigate and ask questions along the way. But I mean, it sucks. It sucks when you're in that energy. But if you don't have to be and you can build your foundation, um, and you can have that support until you get on your, get on your own or get on your balance. I don't say this is an energy where you're relying and feeling like you're gonna have that support or that additional whatever forever. But it is great to like get your bearings as quick as possible so you can spread your wings on your own and explore, right? So you can have your own and not necessarily be restricted. And this is what that's talking about when it's talking about fearless action. It's about taking that risk on and jumping out on your own, spreading your wings and flapping. um what was it, the movie Switched, I believe. They're pushing the baby birds out of the nest and they're like, fly or flop, fly or flop, or fly or splat, fly or splat. So, and this is like a pretty high up nest. So you literally either flap your wings and fly or you hit the ground and splat. So it's kind of that energy. And if you're already taking the step to move yourself to a new space, to a new place, to um, show up for yourself to get new opportunities, you're already working on having the strength to fly on your own. And that's what we want to continue to do. And that's how we want to continue to be successful and grow on our own. Let's see. This card doesn't want to go in. Six of Wands, still a glorious win. So that's again showing up for yourself, pouring into yourself, saying, no, I can't do this. This is going to send me back into old ways. No, this person isn't for me. They look very much like they would be my type. They're not for me. I can't keep relying on this person or asking this person for that. It's very much this. Sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. You need to let people know that, hey, I just need to talk. I'm not asking you for anything. I'll figure it out. Um, but King of Swords, this is the energy of you coming in of ethics over emotions. It's like, is it fair for me to ask them for this? Could they have their own thing going on? What do they have going on? How is it fair for me to be mad at someone for going on vacation, knowing I need help, or I can't be upset with them for not helping me because that's theirs and they made it and they worked hard for it. But at the same time, it's very much the energy of I'm working really hard and I want to be on vacation. I want to explore these things, but not understanding or knowing, but not having the resources or the opportunity. It is frustrating, but Six of Coins here. You continuing to show up for yourself. There are other people that look and say, oh, this person has been working hard. Let's pour into them. Let's help them. They're showing up and helping themselves. Let's help them help themselves some more. You could even have a little bit of past trauma that you're reliving as you go into this because you're nervous. Um, you could be a person that pays attention to patterns and you see patterns repeating themselves and you're as you on edge, and it's nothing wrong with that. But now you got to say, what do we do? What do I do to not let this pattern play out? So that could be the people generously giving, saying, hey, what do you need help? What do you need? And telling them what you need. Now you can tell them what you need, and it's out of your hands now because they asked you and you told them. It's not necessarily going and begging or whatever. You do what you can do with the resources you're giving, right? The world card, but whatever this is that you're going through, that you're experiencing, where you're saddened, where you feel conflicted, where you feel nervous, again, the world card coming out again. It's a triumphant completion for you. This is the triumphant completion for you, overcoming that past trauma, overcoming the nerves of the patterns, stepping into and embracing the uncharted territory. Now you could go along in this uncharted territory and see some patterns, and you can ace that puzzle because you've already experienced that. Did you see that flash of light? But this is for you choosing to show up for yourself. And look, because you choose to show up for yourself on the bottom of the deck, it's the Emperor. You show up as a strong leader. You may not feel it yet. You may not feel like you're doing anything special, but you are. Every day you show up and you choose to be kinder, choose to be a little bit gentler with yourself. You stick to your routine. You choose to push through even when you don't feeling like it. You show up as a bit stronger version of yourself. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but there are others around you that sit back quietly watching and observing, knowing they're not going to all, a lot of them are not going to always, when I say a lot of them, 99.999% of them are not going to say, like, oh my God, you're such a strong person, you're a strong leader. And I know nobody wants to be told strong, especially if you're already struggling. Like, well, I'm so strong, then I need some finances, right? But because you are continuing to show up strong, other people are seeing this and they take note and keep that in mind. There are opportunities out there for you. There are opportunities coming in. Hell, there are opportunities for me that I haven't seen yet, embraced yet as well, because they haven't been presented to me. Do I have walls? Do I have boundaries? We talked about this, yes. But you have to be receptive too. You also know what to allow in, what not to allow in. Patterns, recognize them, allow yourself to spread your wings. And I'm not saying grovel and beg for anything. I'm not saying minimize yourself to somebody's superiority complex. I'm not saying minimize your struggles or your balances, or about your struggles or your battles, things that you've had to balance. I'm not saying do any of that to make anyone else feel comfortable. You had to experience what you experienced to get to where you are. You had to overcome what you've had to overcome to get through where you are, and that makes you so much stronger when you take the time to look back at what you've already accomplished and overcome to see where you're going and growing now. So, with that being said, let's get one more card out. If anybody's crying right now because it's hitting home, stop crying. You're strong. I know there's probably tears of joy or confirmation, but cheer up, Buttercup. You got this. Knight of Cups. This is an energy flowing attraction. You're pulling in the things that you've worked hard for, the things that you worked hard on manifesting, that you worked hard on clearing out. Um, Clearing out doesn't mean just going through the house and checking out things you don't use or selling things you don't use. I mean, I'm not saying get rid of your DVD collection that you've spent years building or that you've spent, um, you know, that's what you have. That's your comfort. But I am saying, like, you got clothes you couldn't fit in for years and you're like, I'm going to get back to my goal weight. Why do you still have them if you haven't done anything to get to your goal weight? I understand photos, memories, stuff like that, but continue showing up for yourself. Continue embracing yourself in the small victories. So, with that being said, the Six of Wands or that flowing attraction came out. With the flowing attraction, there's Nine of Wands with standing adversity in the cut. You're overcoming the issues. You continue to show up. You flow in. I told you that daily showing up when it's hard makes the easy days so much easier, right? And because you do this, there's a tower. So whether it's a tower that you experience, and the tower isn't a bad thing because it's an upheaval, it's a removal of things. It's a removal of things that don't serve you. It's the opportunity to have a leveled out place to build that new foundation. They found me a place near a coffee shop. Congratulations, Christine. Congratulations. That's perfect. That's good. It's near a coffee shop. So if you like coffee, that's there. Or if you need internet or to use it, you can usually go there and use that for a little while. It's great. Congratulations. See, those are the little things. You may get there and it may not be exactly what you want, but it's something. It's somewhere to start, somewhere to make your own. And hell, you don't even know. You could get in there, and after time there, you could love it because it's your own, right? Let's see. Anything else we need to know today, Spirit? Three of Wands, notable growth, flipping over sideways like this, actually. Don't let holding on to the past stun your growth. Don't let the fear of the unknown stun your growth. You've in so many instances worked so hard to move forward. It's like ghosting. If somebody ghosts me, um, I pretty much feel like God, the universe, whomever, Buddha has removed them from my life. Like that doesn't work on me. All right, cool, deuces, bye. There's no ghosting information, information that I like connect with. All right, bye. So you died, cool. So it's very much that three of wands energy. Embrace the notable growth. Six of coins here. That's upright. There's the energy of generous giving here, pouring into yourself, needing patience to succeed. Not necessarily just patience with other people, but patience with yourself. You had so much, trust me. Anxiety is one of those things that you have to learn to deal with, balance, and manage, especially when you're putting your life, your opportunities in someone else's hands. It's very nerve wracking. Because a lot of times you feel like, well, what does this have to do with me? But it's until you get into that experience and embrace it. So again, congratulations for handling your anxiety. I'm sure there's anxiety on, am I going to be here forever in the safe haven? Are they going to find me a place, etc.? But allowing yourself to grow that opportunity and pushing forward, that's good. Congratulations. Remember to keep showing up for yourself when you get in this space and not to compare yourself to other people, not to compare your situation to other people. Can you be relatable? Sure. But don't let someone else get you back in the anxiety or get you bogged down. And when you find balance with a worker or whatever, don't let someone who's grumpy at the job uh, make you grumpy because they're grumpy. Don't let someone scare you off from your opportunity either. Right? What else we need to know here? Anything else? Two coins. Set priorities. Set priorities for you for where you need to accomplish, where you need to go. Two of cups, and it looks like there's an energy of heading into or stepping into a perfect partnership focus. So whether it's money goals, whether it's just growing the business, there is set priority or priorities set in place that you need to take and make. Yeah, again, when this goes back to us planning the week, planning what we're going to get accomplished for the week and how we're going to break it down each day, what we plan to accomplish for the month. So set priorities. If you only have a limited amount of income, what comes first? Your rent, your utilities, food, your necessities, the things you need to survive. Then you look at what you have left. And if you have something left, maybe you want to save it. Maybe you want to treat yourself, but do something within your budget for you to get to these things. No need to. You're already like barely making ends meet. No need to take on another payment that delays you, right? So embrace it. Take it in for what it is today. Set priorities that allow you to move forward and allow you to continue to grow. The sun just came in and took over. So, with that being said, a round of applause for showing up today. Pat on the back for being accountable. Continue to drink your water, mind your business, drink your water. Continue to go outside, take in that fresh air, the sunshine. Get your toes in the grass, hug a tree, dip in some salt water. With you getting into a new space, whether it's with roommates or whether it's alone, at least whatever your dedicated space is, don't forget to cleanse the energy. Don't forget to um, be thankful and appreciative in your space and for your space. Even if you show up and you don't have much to begin with, you'll get more. Stick to my planned budget. Good. Sticking to it is the biggest thing. So there's going to be times that you want to splurge, but that's what savings are for, right? That's where working a little extra is for. That's what picking up something else for you to do is for. All right, with that being said, round of applause for you showing up, pat on the back for you being accountable. Again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for your likes, your shares, hitting subscribe, streaming my music. Again, those songs that I played today, go back and listen to them. It was Naomi Wynters with a Y, Shifting Sands, and the other song was Nickelback, How You Remind Me. So, um, something could be important in those songs, or play back yesterday's message and listen to. Did I mention a song there? I don't know, but play back yesterday's message because somebody needs to hear that too because it was about ships coming in. I love you. If no one has told you yet today, continue to show up for yourself in the best way possible. Continue to pour from your cup as much as you can. And sometimes it's zero. A lot of times it's zero. Other times it is the ability to pour more. But I'm proud of you for continuing to show up and not giving up. I'm proud of me for continuing to show up and not giving up. With that being said, continue to shine as bright as you can, like the sun coming in, shining over me. All right. I love you. Have the day you deserve. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, smile, be kind, and feel your beat, boo. Bye. Psh, psh, psh.